Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. On the wing, Irving. That three off the mark. Beverly with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. And it's Beverly missing. And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Now, not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Now here's Leonard. Providing around 26.5 points a game. Rarely has an off night.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as official as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Tyronn Lue for just a minute. He talked about the best strategy of containing Kevin Durant on the offensive end. Coach told me Kevin's going to get his. You can't stop that. But if you can push him off his favorite spots, it might make his production a bit more palatable to our defense. Well, they've done their homework on KD, but the exam is going to be harder. Guys?
Thanks, David. I'm glad we got to see the Mobile One block once more. What a play.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. George with the bucket. Here is Harden. What a tremendous game he played against Houston. It's Durant on the wing. Here's the three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Just one smooth, elongated motion. Durant is just a machine and so repeatable on his delivery.
Here's Beverly. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line. And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, J.A., I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
Well, for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
Kev, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But,
Man, fans love that. Listen to that. I love that saying. Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
To the paint, Batum with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. George with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Nobody near Leonard. A rebound by the Nets. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, watching that game quarter to quarter, they sped up, they slowed down, but they executed in every facet.
And Leonard has it in the corner. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
How quiet is Kawhi Leonard, but don't let that mistake itself for a lack of competitiveness. He has that desire and drive to continue to get better.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Nicholas Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Leonard hits them both.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Here's Williams, and finished off by Williams.
So good at driving to the rim. Even though he's a little bit older, Williams still with great speed, change of pace, and picks the right angle.
Here's Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Clippers trail by 3. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And George, here we go. Count it. George has got 6 points.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Harris passes to Irving. Griffin down low. Zubac's defending, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And that's what Griffin does best. They're remarkable how he maintains control and schools the D.
Here's Williams. He's coming off a 16-point game against Washington. The pass to Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Textbook bounce pass there, perfectly timed.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA, just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Morris is checked in for Ibaka. Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in for George. The Nets also changing it up. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Durant. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for Kyrie Irving.
On the inside, Williams knows exactly what to challenge and who to challenge to get to the free throw line.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. 2 shots. And it's tied up with that one.
A 3-time Sixth Man of the Year. Last season, Lou Williams named his newborn son 6 in honor of his success in that role.
We talk a lot about the Mount Rushmore of the game's greatest players. Maybe we can start to chisel out the 6th men of the year in the NBA. Lou Williams would have to get some serious consideration for that monument.
Here's Williams. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Green dishes to Griffin. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Griffin's got 6.
Blake Griffin right now working the inside game and has the skills to take you to school.
Here's Williams. And no good. Good D by Harden. The Nets have gone an incredible 8 of 9 from the field. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And Griffin playing with heart. Like how he slams that one home right now, dominating in the paint.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the first. Jackson against Brown. The drive by Jackson.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. 4-point game. Morris right side. Lays it up and banks it in.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
To the right side. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And a deep 3 from Harden. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
Griffin with the steal. It could go. Blake Griffin getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Hey guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Luwawu out there with Landry Shamet. And there's Green, and it's Griffin in at the 5. Just 3 to shoot. Morris, no good.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
It's tipped. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Brooklyn with the ball. Brown finds Green. Wants to get it to Brown and does. Nets passing it around. Traps in the trade. Griffin's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets. The Clippers shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Poked loose. It's stolen by Brown. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Griffin's shot is off. And here are the Clippers now. Morris into the lane. Fades back. They get the rebound. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Timeout called the Nets.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. A 3 from Leonard. It's not going to go for him. And Brooklyn will come the other way. And Durant launches from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. KD's got 9.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Here's George, and the rejection by Jordan.
Well, the arms of DeAndre Jordan are like a horizon line. They go on forever, which allows him to send those shots back.
Nets leading by 8. KD with it. He's got 9. Tips it up, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got his first basket of the night.
And how about that beautiful display for us of DeAndre Jordan and that wingspan getting to that ball.
Floats one, and the layup good by Beverly.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. They get it back. Harris passes it to Shamet. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Quick and clean with that shot attempt as Shamet knocks it in.
Clippers trail by 11. Outside Leonard. Moving against Beverly. Back to Leonard. A 3 ball. Jordan with the rebound.
And even without that 3 ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pass to Durant. From deep. Durant with another miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
I just feel like Patrick Beverly has incredible awareness for every second that he plays on the floor. Spots the wide open man, gets it.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Knocked loose. It's 2-on-1. Harris kicks to Irving. The three. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Beverly. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Up the floor. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And it's Leonard with the jam.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard. Killing it in transition.
KD's shot is off.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. 5 to shoot. Here's George. A shot, no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. And here's KD for 3. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Durant's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets. And the officials into the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Let's take a look at the numbers for Paul George.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And a new group in for the Nets. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Durant. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Harris. Brown, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And James Harden subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Green against Morris. The Nets working the ball around now. Harden, no good. Clippers trail by 11. Kennard with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Kennard kicks to Williams. In the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Although he's a little bit smaller, Lou Williams does not deter himself from getting inside and scoring over the top of the trees.
And here's Harden for 3. Not going to go that time.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Williams, that's good.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Green passes to Brown. They kick it out to Green, beyond the arc. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got his 3rd assist on the night.
There you go again, a nice kick out after the knee had collapsed on him.
And so it's Brooklyn with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Kevin, how'd you get in that groove offensively in the first half?
Well, I'm just playing off of my teammates. They're doing a great job of penetrating and kicking. And I'm not trying to force anything. I'm playing my game within the offense, and shots are starting to fall for me.
Looks good out there so far. Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 14 points and 3 rebounds. He came in with something to prove tonight after having a very tough outing in their last game. Shaq, let's get your take on Brooklyn.
Well, surprise, surprise, KD leading his team.
And that's a wrap. With the 3rd quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the 3-point line and finding some open opportunities.
The two is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ibaka. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
He's one of the most uniquely built players in the NBA, and Kawhi Leonard draws contact often. I'm not sure he feels it, but he gets it.
And he knocks down the first one. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
but,
it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. And the first one at the line is good. Drops them both. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Down by 12. And that one drops for him.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
It's Durant on the wing from outside the arc. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 4 assists in the game.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Pass to Ibaka. Rebounded by the Nets.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Irving for 3. Brooklyn gets it back with a new shot clock at 14. From deep three-point range. Oh, he got it!
Are you kidding me, Kevin, from there?
How in the world did that go in?
Did he even see the basket from there?
I love that.
Oh, man.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Griffin's checked in. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Clippers. They're 4th in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season.
And right now for the Clippers, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they'd hope they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
Good on the bucket.
Yeah, Griffin is very efficient when he's driving to the hole. Masterful at fending off defenders, too.
Clippers trail by 18. Now the pass to Ibaka. And again, no good by the Clippers.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
Here's Griffin and the rejection by Ibaka.
An elite rim protector, Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and timing.
And George kicks to Batum. Shoots over KD. And again, no good by the Clippers. Harden right side. Back to Harris. Nets passing it around. It's good. Griffin's got 16 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Clippers have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. And the Clippers call time here.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverly.
That was your spirit dance team. Give it up.
Harden against Williams. Here's Zubac. Nails the baby hook. He's got 6. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Irving finds Griffin. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Traditionally, we talk about power forwards. I mean, is that not Blake Griffin? It applies to every facet of his game.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls, and the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like this.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. Two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Bruce Brown comes in for Harris. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
I mean, Kawhi Leonard, an MVP candidate. Why? Well, they're the reasons right there. One of the best two-way players we've seen in the past 5 years.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's an 18-point game. No good on the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Harden kicks to Green. Passes it to Griffin. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Morris. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And when he's aggressive, watch out. Morris finishing through the contact, now going to the line to try and add one more.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for George. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Luwawu's checked in.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother.
Okay. And this is why you keep your ticket stub, Blake Griffin, on the jam.
And here's Jackson. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Kennard on the wing. Back to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Now Kennard controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Yeah, this could be one of those nights where Blake Griffin is just the most dangerous player on the floor.
Williams scanning the floor. Here's Morris. And the layup's good off the glass. Morris has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Here's Griffin. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Well, Griffin always plays hard in the paint. He knows he's going to have to stay gritty.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley comes in for Jackson. The Nets also changing it up. Jordan comes in for Green. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Luwawu Cabarro. So 1 for 2 that time with the strike. Clippers trail by 16. Here's Beverley. Sweet little floater. Beverley's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Well, the ball on a string right now for P-Bev. Moves like this are pretty creative from the point guard.
Here's Griffin, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
He had a defender all over him.
And this is his fourth trip to the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Both free throws good from Griffin. The Clippers have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. It's Williams with the drive, and it's Williams with the jam.
And the confidence that Sweet Lou is showing right now, he's tearing them up.
Nets leading by 14. Here's Griffin. Off target from outside. LA's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Beverly, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
There's something about Beverly. He seems to be one of the point guards who enjoys the physical contact out there, always looking for something.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second.
One of the better perimeter defenders in the game, and in the golden age of scoring point guards, Patrick Beverly doing his best to slow them down on a nightly basis.
Stolen by Zubac. Pass to Beverly. The kick out to Williams. Good on the three-point shot. Williams has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
And so it's Brooklyn going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back to the action after this word. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
And that's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Brown. Durant is out there with Griffin. Then it's Harden, and it's Jordan in its center, locking down the middle. Here's Harden, and the rejection by Ibaka. Lock at 6. And shot by Griffin, no good. Here's Williams, the offensive rebound. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Batum.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will to second chance points.
And no good on the shot, trying to follow through after the contact, but he'll shoot 2 at the line instead.
Not easy to cover DeAndre Jordan. He's that deep inside, nearly impossible to stop.
Free throw good, Jordan. Harris is checked in for Blake Griffin. Good on both.
Well, the adventure begins when DeAndre gets to the line, but I think he's wanting to work hard on his free throws, so it's not a substitution in the last 2 minutes of a game. He wants to get confident stepping up and knocking them down.
Back to Batum. Over Harden. And that one goes long. Brooklyn leading by 10. A deep three from Durant. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. KD's got 23.
And just when you think he might have drifted too far out, Durant, with his legendary touch, proves you wrong.
And Harden launches it from deep. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
Ibaka outside. Outside Williams. Lets a floater go, and they get it. Ibaka banked in off the glass.
And the lean frame of Ibaka, taking the punishment, but still converting the basket. Toughness.
From deep Harden. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound in this one.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
So, for the Clippers, Leonard, he's checked in for Marcus Morris, and George is subbed in for Williams. Irving's checked in for the Nets. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile 1 block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. It's good from long range.
Kawhi Leonard has worked so hard on his shooting to become more consistent, specifically the three-point shot.
KD can't get it to go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And George, here we go. KD looking around. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
And Jordan sends it back. Oh, and here we go with Durant. Nobody back. And he makes that one. And the Nets lead by 16.
Well, KD, an awesome job there just sharing the rock with his teammates.
Leonard against Harris. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Well, he's building off that strong first half he had. I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure him out in the second.
Ibaka outside. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Timeout called, the Nets. Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better.
I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen into what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
And it's good, 2 points. Irving's got his first points of the game.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the league with that finishing ability.
Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. Nets leading by 14. A deep 3 from Durant. The rebound by Paul George.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up. So maybe just a step too far. Kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
Stolen by George. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard's got the ball. And there's Paul George on the assist by Leonard. Leonard's got his 3rd assist on the night. And Durant puts up a deep 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And it's the Clippers' ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Bangs on the trifecta.
High drama here, guys. I mean, they've managed to get hot just when it looked like this thing was out of reach.
Harris finds Irving, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
one of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
For three, Harris. Paul George grabs the miss. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing here by 8. Batum, good.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
And now we've got the intentional foul. That'll be a 5-second call. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. 43 seconds left in the fourth.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Ibaka. Harris passes to Harden. That shot, no good. Great tee that time from Leonard. Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
Over Harden. No good that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way. And he commits the intentional foul.
Shooting. Kevin Durant at the line for 2.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
With the amount of pressure Durant puts on his opponents, it's typical to see him among the leaders in free throw attempts.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 6. 23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's George. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
So it's Brooklyn now, and an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And really, on top of all else Harden does for you at this end, he's a tremendous free throw shooter, around 85% for his career. Clutch.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. A 3 from Leonard. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. For 3, Durant, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, at his height and with that release, Durant couldn't care less, really, who's on him.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you very much. KD, a great individual performance for you. The game looked easy for you out there.
Well, my teammates, they played so well tonight, setting everybody up. And I know it's winning time, so I just try to be aggressive.
And that aggressiveness led to another win, man. Appreciate your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.